overflow. Jesus told the Samaritan woman that if she drank from this river, he asked for this water, this eternal water, she would never thirst again. I think I need to take me a drink of water. How about that? That's why I love you. Because you dare to be different. Step outside the box. I love it. Come on, y'all can praise out in there. Y'all can thank all of that. Y'all can stand on your feet and give God the praise. Give him all the praise, all the glory, all the worship and thanks that you have inside of you. Reach back into your mental Rolodex and think about how God has healed you. Think about how he has brought you a mighty long way. Think about the person you were last year, yesterday. Think about the person you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Would you have been in this church? Would you be in this position? Think about those times when he saved you from yourself and you didn't even really realize it. Think about those times when you could have ended up dead, ended up in jail. You could have ended up hurt. God could have took something from you. Your house could have burned down. Your children could have died. What has God done for you? Yeah. Think about it. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So much on my shoulders, I didn't think I could make it. I thank him because he taught me not to ask him to take it from me, but to pray, to ask him how to handle it. Sometimes we don't need things taken from us. We don't need that rain to stop. We just need to learn how to deal with it. I want to learn how to struggle and struggle well without the complaining, without the murmuring and the backbiting, without the crying out to God about this, that, these, and those. No. Until you call me out of it, teach me how to work through it. Let me clean my glasses up and put some spiritual glasses on, because the spiritual eye sees you and not my condition. Sometimes I just need to know that you're there with me, and I can walk through whatever you have me to walk through. My God, I'm so thankful this morning. Father God, we thank you so much, Lord, for all that you are, all that you will be to us, Father. Lord, I pray that you will allow the Holy Spirit to preach this morning, Lord. That that you will use me as a vessel, Lord. Clean me up and clean me out, Father. Let them hear you, Lord. Let them worship you and praise you, Father. Let the amens be to you, Father. And Father, I'm so forever grateful, forever thankful. Let this message fall down on their ears and stony hearts. Let this message go forth, Lord, and teach someone. Turn them around, Father, on what thankfulness truly is. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We had a story once. I had to start off with a story that ended in the ready for this? Yes. It's a doozy. May not get it at first, but let it bring me. It's about a priest over there in England whose bicycle went missing. This priest, this man relied on this bike exclusively so he could get around the parish that he worked in and lived in. But he also knew that the parish area he worked and lived in was a good area, and he knew things like bicycles just didn't jump up and disappear. So he put two and two together, and he figured out that somebody within the parish most likely took his bike. So after he started to think, he thought about these young brothers or this one young brother that he had in verbal altercation. He had words with him, and he said, you know what, it was probably him that stole my bike. So he came up with a plan. He said, you know what, I'm going to develop a sermon. I'm going to preach on the 10 Commandments. Come Sunday, I'm going to talk about the 10 Commandments. And when I get to thou shalt not steal, he said, that's when I'm going to pause for a minute. And I'm going to look out amongst the congregation. I want to see who blinks. I want to see who face turns red or who puts their head down. Any indication that they were the ones that stole his bike. So he began to develop his message. The plan was going well, and he prepared his sermon for Sunday. So by the time Sunday came, and he started to work his way through those commandments. The first commandment, the second commandment, the third commandment, through and through. He said he had it already in his mental. He said, you know what? When I get to that thou shalt not steal, that 8th commandment, he said, I'm going to put my weight on it. So he gets to the 6th, the 7th commandment. And all of a sudden, he ran into a problem. Because when he reached the 7th commandment, it said, thou shalt not commit adultery. And then he remembered where he left his bike. The priest. I got you on that one. Amen. Luke 17. I had to get that out of my spirit before. Luke 17. The Gospel of Luke is where we find our message this morning. Part 2 of last week's message. Luke 11, chapter 17, verses 11 to 19. About the 10 lepers. Verse 13 says, and they lifted up their voices, said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. And when he saw them, he said unto them, go shew yourselves unto the priest. And it came to pass that as they went, they were cleansed. And one of them, when he saw that he was healed, turned back and and with a loud voice glorified God.
Amen.
He fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks, and he was a Samaritan. And Jesus answering said, were there not 10 cleansed? But where are the 9? There are not found that return to give glory to God, save this stranger. And listen, he said unto him, arise, go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. I'm going to talk for a while on part 2 of the subject. If you don't recognize that you are in the 9, you'll never become that one. If you don't recognize at one point in your life that you were in that 9, you'll never separate yourself as the one who returns. If you keep your Bibles nearby, I'm really trying to be short with this message. But the 13th verse says, and they lifted up their voices and said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. I've been thinking for the last few weeks about this cry of mercy. I thought about lepers and how all 10 of them came together. We talked about it last week. How all 10 of them came together, lifted up their voices and cried out to the Lord as one. There wasn't a designated leader amongst them. They didn't vote and say, okay, you be the spokesman. Nobody was pushing, nobody was shoving each other, nobody was arguing, nobody was fussing, nobody said, hey, me first, I've been a leper longer than them or longer than him. Nobody said that I'm a Jew, I'm a Samaritan, heal me, heal me. It wasn't any of that type of conversation. All of them were in the same situation. This disease of leprosy put everybody in the same sense. Nobody cared that you was a Jew. Nobody cared that you were a Samaritan. Nobody cared that Jews hated Samaritans. Nobody cared about culture or racism or bigotry. No one cared because all of them looked the same. But I thought about this cry, and I realized that there are different cries throughout Scripture. So what type of cry did they have? There are cries of deep distress, like the children of Israel had when they were enslaved in Egypt. And they said, Lord, save us. Jehovah, save us. Yahweh, save us. And their cries for help as they moved throughout the wilderness, and they were thirsty for water, they were hungry for meat, and they cried out to the Lord for help. And then, my brothers and my sisters, you had a war cry. How many of us are familiar with that war cry? It's time to go to war. And you cry out to the Lord, and you cry out to him to smote your enemy. And guess what? Your enemy might be yourself. You might be battling yourself. And you cry out to the Lord like the tribe of Judah. And then there's this cry with a loud voice for blessings. Brother Jabaz cried out in 1 Chronicles 4. He cried out for the Lord's blessings, and he cried out for the Lord's favor. But then there's this strong cry. Jesus, Master, have mercy on us. It's this cry that you implore for mercy, for God to step into your situation. Psalms 15 says, God instructs us to call upon me in the day of trouble, and I will deliver thee and thou shalt what? Glorify me. My brothers and my sisters, God wants you to cry out. He instructs us to cry out. He implores us to cry out. The question is, what type of cry is going to come from your belly? These 10 lepers cried out, and they cried for healing. Sometimes the healing happens immediately. Sometimes it takes a little while. But Psalms 50 is clear. God promises to deliver us. When he doesn't, when we don't forget to thank him and glorify him, watch we will live. Cry out to the Lord. Tell him what it is that you need. The lepers cried out for mercy. How many of us realize and know that God's mercy is greater than our need at the time? You say, well, my Lord, they were lepers, but listen, mercy was greater than their leprosy. Mercy was greater than any disease. Because leprosy spiritually is a representation of a sickness that all mankind is covered with. And mankind needs a Savior. And God extended his great grace and mercy by sending his Son, Jesus Christ, to die on the cross for us. I think I'd rather have mercy than God needed a specific need at the time. Even though leprosy was a dreaded disease, it could have been worse. It could have been worse because he could not have answered it. But in his grace and his mercy, he says, go, show yourself to the priest. What I want you to see is, as you look into this 14th verse, I'll try to go verse by verse so I won't lose you. It says, and when he saw them, he said unto them, what? Go, show yourselves unto the priest. How many of you realize that answer, that response, and that first word that Jesus spoke was a command? He said, Jesus, Master, have mercy on me. And he had mercy on us. And he says, okay, I command you to do what? Go. We're supposed to be disciples. And he tells us to what? Go. It's a command. They exercise faith. But obedience was the first call in order for healing to take place. You gotta hear this thing. I gotta slow down. I gotta let you hear. The more and more I thought about this thing and I read it, I realized how simple instructions that God gives us that we just don't follow. I don't think we understand how simple this thing is. God simply said, go. The healing didn't begin until the instructions were followed. The problem is, as human beings, it's just not in our spiritual DNA to listen before we understand something. It's something about our makeup. It's something about our nature, our sinful nature that overcomes us. And it's difficult for us to listen and obey God before we understand. See, we gotta have our hands in it. We gotta have some input. We gotta understand this thing. We gotta be a part of the decision making. You know, we gotta sit on this spiritual board and decide whether or not we're gonna listen first. See, sometimes God's instructions don't make sense to us. So until it makes sense, we won't move. I gotta figure this thing out. You're in a room by yourself. Nobody else there. No cats, no dogs, no people. God speaks to you and you still say, was that you, Lord? You're reading, you're in the devotion, and the words jump out at you, and they speak to you, and you still say, God, was that you, Lord? A child comes from nowhere and tells you something prophetic, speaks and drops it into your spirit out of nowhere. And it's the same thing you've been praying on, the same thing you've been waiting on, the same thing you asked God, and because it came from a child, you said, Lord, was that you? It doesn't make sense sometimes. There was a man in 2 Kings 5 by the name of Naaman. He was a commander of a Syrian army, and he had leprosy. Young girl told him, she was a servant of his wife. He said, listen, I know who can heal that. There's a prophet down there by the name of Elisha. Go see the prophet Elisha. He can heal you. Naaman got his boys together. You know, he was a big guy. You know, he was a commander. He had all these people under him. He dressed up real pretty. He got all these folks around him. He got these pretty horses, and he got all this gold and money, you know. And they made this old caravan down there to see the prophet. And he said, yeah, when he sees me, he's gonna come out and greet me, and then he's gonna call out to his God, and I'm going to be healed in front of everybody, and then I'm going to ride off in the sunset. Oh yeah, I'm going to drop a little something on him and everything. So when he got down there, the prophet just shook his head and he sent a messenger out there. He said, go tell that fool to go down there, wash in the Jordan River 7 times, that his flesh may be restored. Never say, well, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense to me. Listen, I came all the way down here, and he can't even come out and meet me. He can't even come out and greet me. He can't even put a show on for me. He gonna tell me to go wash into the muddy, the dirty, the filthy Jordan River. All these rivers around this region, and he gonna tell me to wash in the dirtiest river in this region. I am Naaman. I am a Syrian. I have an army at my feet. I sit next to the king. I'm this, I'm that. The instructions didn't make sense to them. Are you listening to me? Pride stepped in. Status stepped in. The instructions didn't make sense to him. Church, many of us have issues following directions because they don't make sense to us. For many of us, our healing process is on pause because we haven't listened. You haven't followed the first instruction that God gave you, and he simply said, go. The healing began when they whipped. It's an action word. God gives you a choice. Jesus, Master, have mercy on me. Go or stay. If you go, the healing process begins. If you stay in your sins. You stay in your pride. You stay in your shame. You stay separated. You stay covered with leprosy, but they're not leprosy, it's sin. You stay in darkness. You stay uneducated about the word because you won't go. You're scared to go. All right, go ahead. God says go. Some of us sitting here, listening, my brothers and sisters, have to understand your situation won't change until you begin to listen. Naaman wasn't no slouch, but leprosy doesn't have a name on it. Doesn't have a race connected to it. Doesn't have a nationality and or heritage. Leprosy is sin. Elisha didn't even come outside. He didn't want to give him the show he wanted. He just said, go watch him. Jesus sees these 10 lepers and from afar. Now understand, go show yourselves to the priest. Listen, we already mentioned that the Levitical law required lepers to be declared clean by the priest. They had to be declared clean and had to be declared unclean by a priest. Now listen, there was obedience that was, but along with the obedience is attached to faith. See, they had to exercise a little faith. Why is that, Pastor? Simply because you're telling me that's going to say it's okay for me to get back into society, but I'm still dirt. And a little faith for you to step outside and go for a priest to say that you're unclean, or for a priest to say that you're clean when you're still unclean. Jesus was telling them to go. And I still got leprosy. Go where? When I get in front of this man, he's going to look at me like I'm crazy. Lepers. He said, no. Just go. So faith had to be exercised with obedience. In Luke 5, the man with leprosy ran up to Jesus and he touched him and grabbed him. He said, Jesus touched him. He said, you're healed. Immediately. Well, they were across somewhere else. They never touched Jesus. Jesus didn't touch them. He gave him a command to go. Obedience and faith, my brothers and sisters. And you gotta understand this. Look, it's leprosy. I put it to you this way. There was only 2 people in the Bible that was cured for leprosy. There was Mary, Moses' sister, and this brother Naaman. In a demonstration, Jesus told Moses to put his hand in his bosom, came out, leper, put it back, his hand was healed. So I'm saying to you this, leprosy was a rare disease that people got and were declared clean with. It was rare for them to be healed from this disease. People didn't see that all the time. They've never seen it before. So you telling me that the Levitical law tells me to go to this priest and get my sacrifices together, my offering together for cleansing and allow this priest to declare me clean when I'm unclean right now. This is what you got to understand. It was rare for it to be done. The Hebrew people figured that leprosy was a curse that God put on people for their sins. So if God put it there, God was the only one to remove it. So for them not to have their leprosy removed meant that they were drowning in their own sins and they stayed away from them because they were unclean. This is what the lepers had to deal with, my brothers and sisters. Jesus wanted to identify and put a marking in the gospel group right here. He intentionally gave special attention to outside people who were marginalized by society to show that salvation had come to everybody that was willing to accept it. There were 3 or 4 different occasions, I'm not sure, in the Gospel of Luke about Jesus healing lepers. It's not there just for any other reason. It's there specifically so God can say, listen, I'm here to connect with the outside people in our world today that everybody else in the church will think that they're holy or think that they're up here, and they don't want to accept those people that are messed up according to society's standards. Jesus says, no, I came back for those people. I'm back for the lost folks. I'm back for the ones that you consider outsiders. I'm back for the lepers, back for the blind, back for the deaf. I'm back for the mute. I'm back for the drug addicts, the alcoholics, the incarcerated. That's why I came back, my brothers and my sisters. If you think that you're well, you don't need me. You don't need a physician. I'm here those that know that they are sick. Those who think that they are sick. If you think that you're well, keep going on. But I came back for the lost people.
That's it.
Did you realize that I'm here for not only for the Jew, but for the Samaritan? I'm here for the Gentile nation. The Gospel of Luke was written by a Gentile. Luke is not a Jew. He was a Gentile. Guess what he wrote the book? Who he wrote the book to? Another Gentile. And he wrote it to another Gentile for all the other Gentiles to read it and understand that Jesus was there to bridge the gap between them and his Father. Oh, I gotta move on. Gotta move on. There was a man in Luke 19 named Zacchaeus. Zacchaeus was a little short little dude. Couldn't even see Jesus over the crowd. He run around like this. Jesus was coming and he ran up a tree, climbed the tree so he could see Jesus. Jesus told him, Zacchaeus, come on down. He told him, he said, this day is salvation come to this house. For as much as he also is the son of Abraham, he said, look, for the Son of Man is come to seek out and save that which is lost. Zacchaeus, do you have something to eat? Because I'm going over your house today. Now here's the piece. Zacchaeus was a Jew, but he was lost. The Jews didn't feel like they were lost people, nor did they ever feel like you should feel lost as a Jew. But this man was a Jew, and he admitted that I'm lost without you. And Jesus says, that's all right, I'm going over your house to eat with you, to sup with you, to sit with you, to break bread with you. And I'm going to see where you're lost at, because I want to straighten you out, and I want to get you saved, my brothers and my sisters, because all already need a savior. There is no heritage involved. Salvation does not automatically come because you're a Jew. It does not automatically come because you attend church. It does not automatically come because you say you're a Christian, or you say you're baptized, or you say that you're this believer, or you say you read, or you say you testify. Listen, salvation is for everybody. And if you don't feel like you're saved, you need to get saved. Because it's something that's what? It's totally free. He don't charge you for nothing. Can't deceive that which was lost. That's why he had compassion toward these lepers, because they were considered lost people, unaccepted, unclean. Nobody wanted to be bothered with them. My brothers and my sisters, Jesus says, those are the ones that I want. The ones that everybody says are lost. I want those that are lost in themselves, lost in their past, lost in their anger, lost with their guilt, lost in their shame. I want the ones that struggle with self-esteem issues. I want the ones that struggle with pride and struggle with low self-esteem. I want that person that feels like he or she ain't good enough. I want that person, my brothers and sisters, that's been raped or been molested. I want the one that came out of homosexuality. I want the one that came out of incarceration. The one that came off the corner. I want the ones that came from laying on their back and prostituting themselves. I want the ones that was the forfeit. I want the ones that the mama and their daddy left them. I want the ones that was thrown in the trash and wrapped up like Lazarus and put in the grave and counted for dead. I want them because I want to call Lazarus, come forth. That's the ones that I want. That's the ones that I'm here for. See, I can preach through the fire, but I got to get through the doors, and I got to go out there, and I got to talk to those who won't come in the door. And I got to tell them that's the ones that I want. I want those that are homeless, that are hopeless, that are struggling in their relationships, struggling in their marriage. That's who I want to come to me. And guess what? It's not always bad folks that are frowned upon. You know who else God wants? He wants the true Christians, the radical Christians. He wants the ones that's willing to stand while everybody else is talking dirty about it, while people are stabbing them in their back, talking all trash about them. He wants the ones that's willing to stand for righteousness when everybody else is talking bad about you and they're tearing you down. He wants the one that's willing to step out and dare to be different. He wants the one that's willing to say, listen, my whole family went to jail. I went to jail, but guess what? I ain't going back to jail. I'm going to break this chain. My whole family is uneducated. Well, I will get my diploma, and I ain't going to stop here. I'm going to get my degree. I'm going to make a career out of myself, and they're going to talk about me. They're going to pull me down. They try to pull me back, and they were criminals. They're mindless criminals. They drinking and they smoking. Well, I ain't doing that. I'm going to step outside myself, and I'm going to trust God. That's the one that God is looking for. Are you strong enough to be that Christian? God has proven himself trustworthy. That's why look at Bible 14. And it came to pass that as they went, what happened? They were cleansed. Instructions had to be followed. Faith had to be exercised. The Bible says as they went, they were cleansed. Obedience and faith. The Bible says he touched the other ones, but he totally gave this one's a command. Look at 15. Keep it. 15 and 16 says, and one of them, when he saw that he was healed, what did he do? Turn back, and with a loud voice, glorify God. And 16 says, and fell down on his face at his feet, giving him thanks. And he was what? A Samaritan. This is the sad part about it. Sometimes God gets more praise from the one you least expect. Listen. God gets a more genuine praise from the one that doesn't even know how to praise. I'm talking about the one that didn't grow up in the church. I'm talking about the one that never read the Bible. Don't know anything about doctrine. Don't know church etiquette. They're not educated. They don't know put the finger up. They don't know how to do none of that stuff. I'm talking about the ones that tried other religions and tried other faiths and they try to walk in another direction. I'm talking about those people, my brothers and sisters. The one that has been through HE-double-F. That's what I'm talking about. See, when the Spirit hits them, and thankfulness just engulfs and embodies them. See, their praise not guarded. It's not rehearsed. They stand in the mirror and they say, oh, I'm going to say hallelujah. No. Listen, it just hits them. And they stand up. And they gotta stand there. And they don't care who's on the right side of them. They don't care who's on the left side of them. They don't care who's sitting in front of them or on their back. They gotta stand up. And they gotta say, thank you, Lord, for healing me. Thank you, Lord, for saving me. I don't even know why I'm feeling this way. I watched the 8-year-old boy stand there with his eyes full of tears, his head down, arms stretched, palms up, and all he could say is, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. He didn't know why he was praising. Didn't know why he was crying. Didn't even know what happened to him. His mama went over there Jesus. Are you listening to me? God wants that one. Sometimes he receives the loudest praise from the youngest person. But let's look at these now. And we'll go back to the moment. You heard the story. Read the story. Some people preach that these 9 brothers were ungrateful. Show the level of ingratitude. But the thankfulness. Well, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with it because the life of a leper. Life of a leper is a lonely life. They had to endure loneliness. Disease covered their bodies. They had to endure being hated and looked at as cursed individuals. They were separated from their wives, separated from their children, family, jobs, society. They couldn't even enter into a place of worship. If they had church, they had to have it amongst themselves. So when somebody comes along and instantly heals them from this dreadful disease of leprosy and gives them a second chance for life, I can't believe that these brothers weren't grateful. I can't believe that. I think they were grateful. I think they were thankful. But the issue here is not one of gratitude. It's about thankfulness. Because it's one thing to be thankful, but it's another thing to express it. What are you saying? I'm saying that I can tell you, I appreciate you all day long. You can hear from this pulpit that I love you. I thank God for you. But until I show you, it's only when you believe. You can tell God all day, thank you. I had to do an evaluation on myself. And I had to look at how many times God did things for me. And I said, oh man, thank you. And I walked away and I did what? I went on about my business. I went on about my life. Did I say thank you? Yeah, I said thank you. But it was one like this courteous gesture. Oh, Lord, thank you for what you did. And you went on about your business. I can't wait to tell people what God did for me. But guess what? I never went back. And I never truly gave myself an opportunity to block out everything and everybody else and give God praise. Amen. See, we gotta be on our deathbed. You know, we gotta be healed from this big disease. God got the part of Red Sea for us to truly be thankful. Many of us sitting here, my brothers and sisters, I ain't by myself. You know, Christians all the time, my brothers and sisters, we don't realize that we are in the group of the 9. We all experience God's power. We all experience healing in our life. We all experience God's grace. We all experience, we all got a testimony, where God brought me from. But let me tell you something about testimonies. And we can say all day, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not who I used to be. We can say all that cute stuff. And we can say, tell a story and say, I once was one of these lepers and I was covered in my sins and I was hopeless, I was out there, I was dirty, I was filthy, I did some things against my family and nobody wanted to accept, we can tell all those stories and we can say, but God stepped in my situation and God did this and God did that and we were on fire for the Lord. Couldn't keep us from turning that church handle. Couldn't keep us from anything that goes on in church. But let me tell you something, sir. God delivered all those people from different things. The list can go on and on and on. And what you went through is your testimony. And it's not for you, it's for somebody else. Do you agree with that? Yes. But beloved, what happened a year after God delivered? See, I was, on that stuff. Now I come out of incarceration, and thank God, and I've been, I was holding it down while I was in there, and I was praying, and I was, all that stuff. Great. Come out, what you do? You thank God, you try to reunite with your families or reunite with friends. You may try to reestablish, some broken relationships, marriages or kids, anything that you damaged while you were in the world. You understand what I'm saying? So you try to reestablish them, and you thank God for that second chance at life. And then somebody comes and somebody talks to you, and you give them your testimony and say, listen, I once was you. I used to be you, and I looked like you, and I thought like you, and I talked like you, but God saved me. Then the next year comes, and you say, listen, I got a testimony. Last year was this. 5 years ago I was that. 3 years ago I was this. But God saved me. Yeah, that's the same Old Testament. Not only is it old, it's a little wear and tear one. The reason why, because you never ever told them what God is doing for you now. You can only talk about then. You can only talk about the past. And the God we serve speaks as if it is already. The God we serve talks to you like you're out of your situation already. He gives you orders that takes you further than you're thinking right now. So what I'm saying is, if you're sitting in an abandoned house and you got drugs to your mouth, and God speaks to you, He speaks to you like who you're going to be. He doesn't talk to you like who you are now. He doesn't meet you as who you are now. He meets you where you are now, but He talks to you like you're already delivered. So why do you continue to keep giving old and pouring out testimonies and not adding something to it? He's a living God, a God that's alive, and He always moves forward. So when you talk about what God did for you, I'm also going to add something on what He's doing for me now and where He wants to take me. See, you got to understand your testimony is for somebody, but you can't stay back in the past. The 9 was satisfied with healing. They were satisfied with their physical condition being healed. They were satisfied with just becoming a Christian. Satisfied like us with just being Christians. Satisfied like us just showing up to church on Sunday. Satisfied with being in a routine of church. This is when we talk. This is when we walk. This is when we sing. This is when we praise. This is what we do on this day. This is what we do on that day. Oh, we got this tomorrow. Okay. Light the candles. Blow the candles out. Walk this way. Move too fast. Do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. They're satisfied with traditions. You're satisfied with rules. And you're sitting on God's beautiful gift that He gave you. You won't stand up. You won't exercise your gift. You won't push your dream forward. You won't pass your vision forward. You won't go. You just stay. You sit instead of stand up. God is telling you, listen, you're in the 9 right now, and you're satisfied with being physically healed with your condition at that time, but you will not continue to go, and you won't be part of the one that turns around and comes back. Why? Because you practice a little obedience when you left. Yes, you exercise a little faith with that. But this one person decided to exercise his faith a little more. Take faith up to another level. And he didn't care about the priest. He didn't care about his wife. He didn't care about his kids. He didn't care about his friends, about the neighborhood. He didn't care about showing off his cleanliness. He said, listen, later for the priest, later for my wife, later for my husband, later for my kids. saved me.